So you got the listing, congratulations. But don't even think your job starts and ends with putting a sign in front of the yard. You owe your sellers a pre-listing marketing campaign that starts 2 weeks before you ever go active on the market. According to the National Association of Realtors sellers poll, the second, that's number 2, most important service provided by a real estate agent is providing the most efficient marketing possible. The only service ranked higher, and only by 1%, was helping price the home competitively. So please, 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 know your market. Pre-listing marketing campaigns have definitely gotten a bad rap over the last few years. But the truth is they can be really valuable for your clients if they're used correctly. In this video, we're going to look at pre-marketing campaigns. What are they? What are the pros and cons? And how can we use them to strengthen your business? So what exactly is a pre-listing marketing campaign? How are they being used? And how should we use them to benefit our clients and the transaction? A pre-listing marketing campaign has been around for a long time. It's when the real estate agent that's been hired to sell a property, also known as the listing agent, markets the home for sale before it's officially listed. This marketing can be anything from word of mouth to personal clients to talking to the neighbors. It could also be much more detailed, like social media marketing or marketing to a big database. Flyers, door knocking, signage, you name it. Sellers benefit from it in a couple of ways. Besides the fact that it just gets more marketing exposure, the more time you have for people to see that the property's for sale, the more opportunities you have for people to be interested. Outside of that, time is another huge benefit to the seller. Time to prepare their home for sale. Maybe they need to declutter, maybe they need to make some repairs or updates. Now they have time to do all these things before they start showing the home. The other benefit to the seller is the psychological aspect of selling their home. For some people, selling their home is really stressful and emotional. I made a video earlier about a client who fired me years ago for selling his home too fast. It freaked him out. He panicked, he fired me, and he pulled his listing off the market. Everything just moved too quickly, and mentally, he just wasn't prepared. So this just gives the client a little time to ease into the process. A lot of times, a home is the seller's biggest investment. Now, the benefits to the listing agent are similar. It makes it easier for us when we do start showing the home, or even when we're just trying to get pictures. It also gives us more time to prepare marketing, get the sign installed, schedule pictures, organize an open house, send a postcard announcing the new listing to the neighborhood. A lot of these things take time, and you don't want to rush them. As an agent, outside of the marketing benefits, I also love to use the pre-listing marketing campaign as a way to give my clients extra time to find their next home or their next living situation. I'd present it like this. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the best part about the pre-listing marketing campaign is it gives us some time to get out in the market and start looking for your new home. The whole time that we're doing all of these projects and we're looking for your new home, it's building momentum so it can do its magic. Now, if you find the perfect home for you, we can always speed up the campaign and list sooner. If you don't find the perfect home within that 2 weeks, we can always delay the campaign until you do. It keeps you in the driver's seat, which is exactly where I want you to be. Truth be told, without the pre-listing marketing campaign, your client might just hold off on signing the listing agreement until they're ready to go. Not only does this delay your ability to prepare, it also leaves you up in the air with no written confirmation that you're actually going to be working together. Now, the reason that pre-listing marketing campaigns have got a bad rap is in the past, agents have used these as tools to list a property but keep it off the market for an extended period of time. Thus, they can double-side the deal and they can make twice as much money. Obviously, the problem with this is it limits the exposure for the listing. And reducing the exposure most likely reduces the interest. It's usually not best for the seller, and it goes against the fiduciary responsibility that we have to our clients. Now, as always, you want to check with your broker on what's allowed in the area. There may be some specific rules and guidelines that you need to follow in relation to pre-listing marketing. So I get asked all the time, what's the right way to do pre-listing marketing on a new listing? Really, the number one thing that you have to remember is just be in open communication with your client. Just make sure they know what you're doing, how long you're doing it for, and what's the benefit to them and the listing. Ideally, I like to pre-list for 2 weeks before the home goes live on the market, but it doesn't always have to be that long. Now next, I'm a huge fan of checklists and systems. They just make everything so much easier to track, and when you're using a checklist, it just kind of guarantees a certain level of service. So build a checklist of everything you're going to do in a pre-listing marketing campaign, from placing a sign to conducting a staging consultation, even marketing for the first open house. So to build a checklist with everything you're going to do for that pre-listing marketing campaign, make sure to cover everything in these 2 categories. Number 1, preparation. What marketing needs to be created? Signage, flyers, social media posts, anything and everything that you need to have ready to go so that when the property goes live on the market, there's nothing left to chance. And number 2 is marketing. What marketing are you going to be doing during the pre-listing marketing campaign? Again, signs, social media posts, coming soon flyers, maybe a postcard to the neighborhood. Just remember to check with your local MLS, make sure you're following all the rules and guidelines that they have pertaining to pre-listing marketing campaigns. That checklist is great to give you something to follow during your pre-listing marketing campaigns, But you could also use that in your listing presentation. You could even give the seller a copy of the checklist to show them all the things you're going to do for their home before it even goes live on the market. But the most important thing about it is you have a plan. And once you have that signed listing agreement, now you know exactly what you need to do. I know I've said this a million times, and I just want to make sure that we're clear. Make sure to check with your broker. Make sure you're covering all the state and local laws and rules and regulations. Bottom line is a great pre-listing marketing campaign and a great presentation on exactly what it does and how it works for your client is going to set you light years ahead of your competition. So comment below if you have a pre-listing marketing campaign that you've used, and let us know how it works for you.